to help somebody only to have it blow up in your face and have everybody else upset at you? Well, today we're going to talk about one such incident and let us know, who is the a-hole? Welcome to the Mental Health Janitors, where we help you clean up the mess in your head. I'm your host, Sergeant Q, and with me, as always, Dr. Jess.
Hi, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Jess, what did you think of the past couple episodes we've done?
They're fun.
They're fun.
They're fun. Yeah.
Yes, I really enjoy them. I like hearing the stories, but it's fun to dissect them the way that we do.
Yeah.
Because just of our backgrounds. And our
being the a-hole.
Yeah. Yes.
At times.
Well.
And.
I'm very familiar with being that guy.
Don't we know it?
100%.
Can't wait to do one of these with your wife.
It's really cool because these stories, the reason they're so popular is because everybody can relate to this on one side or the other. And for me, a lot of times I see both sides of it. And I can say, gosh, I've been that person and I've been the other one.
Yeah.
And so today I've got a really cool story. Have you seen these videos coming out of all these foreigners coming to America and experiencing America for the first time? And they were warned like, oh, America's so dangerous. They're so horrible. They're racist. They're all these things.
Yeah.
And then these influencers are like, what are you talking about? America's the best place in the world. I watched this one of Texas Roadhouse Grill. This guy's like, I want to take my son to a fancy restaurant. He's like, I don't really do that. Right? Yes.
That's
so
cute.
He takes his kid to Texas Roadhouse Grill. And he's thinking this is a fancy restaurant. Okay.
With the peanuts on the floor.
Right. And he says, I walk in and they just hand me these bag of peanuts and I can eat them and they're free and you can eat as many as you want. Nobody does that. So he talks about, and then they bring out this bread and this bread is the most amazing bread ever. He goes into a total truck load on the bread and then the honey and the butter, the honey butter, everything. He goes, and that just comes with the meal. And I am cracking up. He's talking about how great it is. He says, everybody complains like, oh, in America, you have to tip. He's like, you want to tip.
Yeah.
Such good service. Yeah. Nobody's rude. They give you free refills. You can drink as much soda as you want. It's so funny to watch these influencers.
Where was he from? Do you remember?
I want to say it was somewhere over in, Europe. Germany or something like that. Yeah, Europe. Yeah. So Britain or England or Germany, something, right? He's over there across the pond. And it was so funny. Okay, so this one is probably my favorite. It's so well written. It's this Japanese guy who visits a Mexican restaurant. And what happens when you go to a Mexican restaurant? What's the first thing that happens?
Chips and salsa.
They give you chips and salsa, right? Okay. This guy had never experienced chips and salsa. So here we go. I was dying when Aaliyah read this to me. It says, this is the title. Existence of bottomless free chips and salsa at Mexican restaurants. The trust of a nation is in that salsa, and I intend to honor all of it. That's the title.
That's amazing.
So this is where we're at. Okay. It says, USA, a Mexican restaurant. We had not yet ordered anything, and the food was already arriving. Chips, salsa, unrequested, free. I stopped the waiter. We have not earned these, I said. They come with the table, man, he replied. They come with the table. In my land, hospitality is a debt. Every gift creates an obligation, weighted carefully, returned in the proper season, and with interest of feeling, here the gift arrives before you have even proven that you can pay for dinner. This is not an appetizer. This is a declaration. We trust you. Eat. I ate with the gravity that the moment deserved. And then I must report this calamity. The basket emptied and a new one appeared. Did we refill? The waiter said. It's bottomless. Bottomless. They have wells of salsa. The supply lines of this nation are beyond anything my ancestors ever imagined.
My ancestors.
You know the Silk Road? Remember the spice? The Silk Road, the spice? Oh, so in China, that was like their big thing. China, they had the Silk Road. So they were carrying spices all the way across over to Europe. Like that was their big thing. Supply chains, Silk Road, goods. Yes. Yeah. My friend warned me, do not fill up on chips, dude. Too late. I had accepted 3 baskets. Honor demands that each one be finished. An unfinished gift is an insult.
Oh, great.
By the time my actual food arrived, I was ruined, man. I was not hungry. I was not comfortable. I had been defeated by courtesy.
Defeated by courtesy. That is so good.
Generosity that arrives before the request can be repaid. It can only be survived. I know the rule now. I've made my peace with the basket. 1 basket, 2 at the most. Who am I deceiving? There is no number of baskets I would refuse. The trust of this nation is in its salsa, and I intend to honor all of it.
That's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love reading these stories and
Yeah.
watching these videos of people coming to America and all the propaganda that were just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're coming here like, what are you talking about? This place is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You seen the big controversy about ranch dressing? Have you seen this?
I've seen that they all want to take it home with them.
TSA had to put out,
No.
yes, TSA had to put out a travel warning telling people not to put it in their carry-on.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I absolutely love that. That people are coming here and getting the real deal
Oh yeah.
instead of what the media, the social media and propaganda, the Democrats, people are like, what are you complaining about? This place is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Only in America would you complain about the freedom that you have
Yep. Exactly.
to somebody who lives in a country
That has none.
that could never speak out about the freedom that they don't have.
Exactly.
It's so
Yeah.
funny watching these influencers coming to America and experiencing this for the first time. It's been pretty fun.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go, Jess.
Ready.
Let's get into this story. AITA for fixing my daughter's car when her boyfriend said he would handle it. You're already
Okay.
judging just on the title.
I'm just knowing that it's probably, I know what's happening.
Okay, so take a guess. Let's see.
Well, early on in my marriage, right? Like my dad could do no wrong.
Oh.
And my dad literally can fix anything, can do anything. And so like trying to encourage my husband if he was working on hey, just call my dad. He can help or he could do. And like my husband took it as like, my daddy can do it. You can't.
I watched those videos. Oh, you won't drive 10 hours to help me, load this stuff into a car?
My dad will.
I love those
Yeah. And so no matter how hard I tried intentionally to make it more of like a, he's already mentoring you anyways, just call him for this, like it wasn't my dad could do it attitude, but it's still men, and he's not my boyfriend, he's my husband, right? But it's still a little bit of insecurity there. So I'm interested in how this is going to go.
So for me, I never had that experience because, Holly was adopted. So I don't have that. The in-laws they don't exist for me.
Yeah.
And I got to be honest, I don't miss it. I think it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I don't miss that at all. My daughter, 21, female, and I have always been pretty close. She moved in with her boyfriend a couple of months ago, and it was a little tough seeing her move out. But I know she's an adult and building her own life. She drives an old Corolla with a lot of miles on it. And a couple of weeks ago, she mentioned that the steering wheel had started shaking when she got up on highway speeds, and something in the front end would shudder when she brakes. She told me that her boyfriend said he would take care of it. Another week went by, and he still hadn't looked at it. Last weekend, she came by my place and said it's getting worse, and it started to make her nervous to drive. So this is 2 weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks now, and he hasn't even looked at it. So I took a quick drive, and sure enough, the wheel was shaking pretty good around 60, and it shuddered when I hit the brakes. Pulled the front wheel off in the driveway, and it was pretty obvious that the front brake rotors were warped and the brake pads were worn unevenly. Simple fix. A couple hours, right? I ran to the parts store. I grabbed new rotors and pads and swapped them out for the afternoon. It took a couple of hours, and after that, the car drove smooth. I could see Billy doing this.
For Liberty?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I could see Lib come over.
yeah.
He's like, oh, let me take a look at it. Pull the wheel off.
Oh, yeah. Well, the dad has decades more experience, so he could do it quicker.
Mhm.
The confidence is there. The tools are there. Like, bam, 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 right?
Right. And the daughter came over, visited. I could totally see Billy doing this.
Well, and he tells our daughters all the time, the man you're going to marry better treat you better than I do. That's what I'm mentoring. I need you to treat my daughter better than I do. I need you to look at how I treat her and say, that's the minimum standard. I got to treat her even better than that. And so, yeah, I could see him doing it and having a grand old conversation with old boyfriend as well. Even though our daughter would never move in with a boyfriend, which is a side note, but say you're going to do it. Anyways, we'll unpack it.
So, right. And
is this the end of the story?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Okay.
We're just getting started.
Okay.
But that's an important piece, right? The boyfriend versus husband, to me. Now, to
Yep.
most people out there, they wouldn't really see a difference. You and I see
Yeah.
that through a different lens.
Yeah. Well, and we're going to plug in right away. This is a safety issue. Because I'm nosy, I want to know what else happened. But yeah, I'm siding with dad all day long.
So my daughter was really happy and thanked me a bunch. To me, it wasn't a big deal. I've worked on cars most of my life, and she's my kid. A few days after, her and her boyfriend came over for dinner. At one point, he pulled me aside and told me that I shouldn't have fixed the car. He said it was his responsibility as her boyfriend to handle that kind of thing. And by doing it myself, I'd stepped on his toes.
Red flag.
I'm telling you what. I'm telling you what. I'd be stepping on a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Pull me aside, bro.
Okay.
You're in my house and you're going to pull me aside? I'd be like, bro.
2 weeks letting my daughter drive in this car. And
Yeah.
we were going to be cool. We were going to be okay. But you choosing to come have a conversation with me,
Yeah.
now we're not.
Yeah. I didn't have a problem, but now
Yeah.
there's a problem.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Since then, he's been pretty short with me, or the vibe has been a little weird. My daughter says he feels like I undermined him. From my point of view, she's still my daughter, and if something on her car is unsafe and I can fix it in an afternoon, I'm going to do it.
Hands down every time.
Yeah.
And the part that he said, like, technically she is still under your care. When you get married and you stand there and you give her away, that's different. And that's saying, I trust you with my daughter.
Right.
And this young man is not going to get that given away moment with this kind of behavior.
Well, I mean, after 2 days, maybe.
He's asking for
2 weeks?
Yes. Hey, thanks so much for doing that. I got really overwhelmed and I know it didn't look good on me. I just want you to know I take her safety seriously and I should have been more on top of it. But thank you for doing it.
Right.
That's what the conversation should have been.
I might have to, snatch the life out of that dude.
Yeah. Keep going.
So that's the end of it.
Okay.
Am I the a-hole?
No, yeah. And boyfriend's being short and yeah. Boyfriend's an egotistical.
Yeah, I would take that kid on a hunting trip and we'd have a really long conversation. And it'd be a really long walk home or a really cool ride. One of the two.
Depending on how he responds.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Because it still is my daughter.
Yeah.
And I just think of like my daughter, Aaliyah. I mean, that conversation this guy handled it way better than I would have.
Oh, yeah.
There would have been a whole different ending to that story.
Mhm.
Am I the a-hole for knocking out his two front teeth? I'd be like, well, no.
Maybe. All feelings are welcome, not all behaviors, Aaron.
Hey, I'm a sinner saved by grace. If I got to if I got to throw these hands, I'll do it. Right? Blessed be the Lord, my rock, who trains my hands for battle and my fingers for war.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But we don't twist the scriptures to feed our trying to justify.
I might have to go all
punching
pastor
someone.
on this guy.
All Tony, Pastor Tony.
All Pastor Tony.
I know. Have you seen we got
to do a whole episode on Pastor Tony.
God.
If you don't know who Pastor Tony is, Google it. We'll do that one next week. Pastor Tony. Hey, I'm Team Pastor Tony.
I'm Team Pastor Tony all day. And these people that are doing this whole, I can't believe Christians are for Pastor Tony. Like, what?
Do you read the Bible, bro?
Do you live on earth? Did you hear the things the guy? Anyway, okay. So no, this father is not the a-hole.
Right. So
That's my
here's a couple
response.
comments that jumped in.
Okay.
So the top comments here are red flags to me. He's more concerned about how he looks than your daughter's safety.
Yes.
And I would honestly suggest he think about other ways I would think about other ways that he's trying to control your daughter.
Yes.
Is what this person says.
Yes.
I agree 100%. Darby 17 says, yeah, a bit horrifying that he wants to narrow her complete support network down to just one person. He wants her to be reliant on him. Imagine your partner's jealousy of your parents helping you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. And as the father, like you can say in a diplomatic and helpful, but also very assertive way, I'm disappointed with this situation. And not only did I not step on your toes, now you've stepped on mine and I'm watching you like a hawk.
Right.
For those reasons.
Right. It would be.
That's controlling behavior. It's egotistical behavior. It's narcissistic behavior.
I'd say I didn't undermine you, but now I will.
Yes.
Every single chance I get.
Every chance I get. And you're on a very short leash to figure out if this was the right decision for you or not.
100%. 100%. You know, on the other side of it, I think of that kid, and he probably was embarrassed. He probably was a little upset. And a better way to handle that would have been, hey, man, I'm really sorry I didn't take care of that. Next time, if you're going to do something like that, please call me. I'd love to be able to help.
Yeah.
That little bit of humility.
Yeah.
Because maybe he didn't know how to do that.
Well, and who knows, really? Because if you're a human being that has lived over 12 years, you know there's always 3 sides to a story.
Well,
so maybe
yes.
Dad was jabbing. Who knows?
Sure.
Maybe he's telling his side of the story.
Sure. But you have to also think about, if the daughter's 21, think most 21-year-old kids don't even know how to check their blinker fluid, let alone change the brakes on a car.
Especially, yeah.
Right. And if you're 21, you know how to change your own tire. Like, it's a rarity. I'm just telling you. You might be the exception to the rule. Watched a video the other day of this guy walking by, and this woman is out there in the rain trying to change her tire. And her adult son, that's like 25, is sitting in the passenger seat as mom is, and he's like, and the dude yells at her. Or
The son?
Yells at the son, says, get out of that car.
Oh, good.
And makes him get out and makes him change the tire. He stands there and instructs him how to do it.
Yeah. Good
But
job.
what in the world? But that is most kids these days.
Yeah, that's a single mom.
Yeah,
She raised that little boy,
Yeah.
guaranteed.
They didn't grow up learning any of these things. Probably because they didn't have a dad around. That was my story.
Yep.
I didn't know how to do anything.
Yeah.
I had to fix my faucet the other day. It took me 2 days to figure it out. And I was upset. I was more embarrassed and frustrated with myself that I'm 46 years old and didn't know how to do that. I'd never done it before. Now I know how to do it.
Yeah.
But it was really frustrating for me.
Sure.
And I just never, number one, didn't have a dad around to show me. And number two, I had never encountered that problem. I had never had to change out a faucet for my kitchen. Never had to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw a really great video the other day of a nice dad holding his toddler son. And he was explaining how he had to do a little bit of corporal punishment on him.
Oh, yeah.
He took a toy, went to his baby sister, and just as hard as he could hit her over the head with his toy. And he spanked the son. And he says, now before the internet goes all crazy on me, he broke down that he's raising a young man who needs to learn that there's consequences and to take accountability and to understand these things. And it wasn't it wasn't disciplining his character. It was disciplining the behavior. Right. And he came back around full circle and said, buddy, you are not a bad boy. You are a good boy. You just chose to do a bad thing. And when we choose to do bad things, we get consequences. And I love you so much. And if you hit your sister again, the same thing is going to happen. But I'm raising you to be a little boy who's going to, when you see other people hitting girls, you're not going to stand for it, right? Like, and that's the, and he quoted, stats that I think the stats right now are 85% of incarcerated men are raised by single moms.
I believe it.
And disclaimer, I'm not saying you're bad single moms. I'm saying you can't play both roles. Right. It's not what God intended. And whether you believe in God or not, the statistics explain it for itself. You have to raise men to be masculine men. Like Jordan Peterson said, but raise them to be dangerous men. Yes. Because they have to be dangerous enough to scare away the assaults, the ones who are choosing assault. We have to choose our words carefully or we get
Yeah.
Can't say certain words,
we,
but
we get censored. Yeah.
yeah, you got to be. Yeah, we need to raise dangerous men.
I just had a video go kind of viral where I had to do that. Did you see this video?
The scammers.
The scammers
Yeah.
that showed up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for you guys who don't know, there were some scammers that were running around, and I'm going to get hate mail on this. I don't care. I don't care. They are gypsy scammers. That is the word. That's who they are. They are gypsies, and they're running around scamming people. You can get upset about the G word all you want. Your political correctness doesn't affect me. I don't care. You can't cancel somebody who doesn't care. So disclaimer right there. I don't care. These gypsy scammers have been running through these small towns, scamming people, tell them, hey, I can fix your driveway. We're doing a job down the street. We can redo this asphalt. I got some stuff left over. Just pay cash and a deal. Get it done. And they ripping people off left and right. Well, the market
caught him.
Well, yeah, the market that I go to right down the street, they showed up there and they've been coming and grabbing lunch there for days. As they're running their scam, they're stopping this little place. And so they're like, hey, we've been doing all these jobs around here. We've got some extra stuff. We can do your driveway.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, that'd be great. $7,000. All they did was just dump a bunch of oil on the ground and take off.
Yeah.
So not only did they cause, they scammed them out of $7,000, but they cost them another like 10 or 15 grand
to fix it. Yeah.
And they were all upset, and they posted about it. And then that afternoon, it's Father's Day. It's Father's Day weekend.
Yeah,
and guess what happens? Knock on my door. Holly answers the door and she comes running downstairs. She's like, you're not going to believe who's at the door. I'm like, do I need my gun? Like, what is happening right now? She was so excited about this. She's like, it's the scammers, the same guys, the same truck, the same guys, the same scam. They got the market. I was like, no way.
Oh yeah, you guys teamed up real nice.
Yes. So I was out by the pool, so I put some clothes on, went out there, and the whole thing was probably 20 minutes long of me just asking questions, baiting them right into run the whole scam, and at the very end, I bust the guy. And the two
yeah,
guys,
you saw him. I'll get out of here.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And so I let him have it, and I was very aggressive, very fast. And I just wanted to see what they would do. There's two of them and one of me. And so I was fully expecting a confrontation, which I was ready for. But no, they just scurried their little butts right back in their rig and took off. I put that out and I got so many responses. I probably got 3 times as many people commenting into my inbox as posting, because they didn't want they want everybody to know they got scammed.
Sure.
Or they were giving me tips on where these guys were and what they were doing and who they were. And so when those tips came in, I just put it out to the community. This is who they are, where they're at. And I don't know, but apparently some of the people who got ripped off showed up and handled business. Because they first called the police. And Buckley Police, you guys are sad. I'm just going to tell you. Sad Panda, you guys did nothing. It's an embarrassment. Honestly, your chief should be embarrassed of you guys, because it was a total embarrassment. You did nothing to help these people. He said it was a civil matter, take them to court, which they can't take them to court because these guys are just running scams throughout the country. It's just lazy. And it's sad because I know police officers. They're my friends. And they told me exactly what you could have charged them with.
Yeah.
Malicious mischief.
Yeah.
Theft. When they poured all that stuff out on the ground, that's an environmental charge. There's all these other things that you guys could have charged them with, and you chose not to do it.
Yep.
Because
they don't want to get their hands dirty.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so the police left and the community took care of it.
Yeah.
They ran them out in a very violent manner. But that's what it takes sometimes.
Yeah.
To handle that kind of business, because in Washington State, the law won't do anything.
Yeah.
And even in my comments, people got upset because I called them gypsy scammers. They were more upset about that than people getting ripped off.
Yeah.
That's how crazy it is here in Washington State.
Yeah.
How ridiculous it is. All right, Jess.
Yeah.
What's one piece of advice you have for dads out there who may be put in this position?
Yeah. The first thing that comes to my mind is protect your girls at all costs. If it's a boyfriend situation, that is not her man. That is not her husband. You do not owe him anything. Nothing. You owe him nothing. And then start watching the boyfriend pretty closely.
Yeah.
Know that that even if she's mad at you in the moment for not accepting him or whatnot, eventually, I promise, eventually she will come back around and thank you. Eventually.
You know what I want to do? I want to phone a friend.
Okay.
I want to ask Billy.
Hello.
Hi. Hey, you're live on our podcast. We're doing a phone a friend, and Aaron wants your response.
I want your opinion on this. So you're a dad, you have a daughter, and there's something going on wrong with her car, and her boyfriend at the time says, I'll take care of it. 2 weeks go by and he still hasn't done anything. She comes over to the house. So you just check out the tire, see that it needs new rotors and brakes because the rotors are warped, the brakes are bad. So you replace it. And then the boyfriend comes back. Number one, would you fix the car, or would you continue to wait for the boyfriend to do it after 2 weeks?
No. And I talked to him because I'm not going to let him. I'm not going to give my daughter to somebody that can't treat him the way that I want her to be treated.
Perfect. Now, let's say that said boyfriend shows up at the house a couple days later, pulls you aside and says, hey, I said that I would take care of it. You really stepped on my toes. Don't do it again. What would you do?
Throat punch.
Throat punch. I love it. Yeah, right? That's what I said. I'd snatch the life out of that guy.
Okay. And one thing we were talking about is, early on in our marriage, how sometimes I would encourage you to reach out to my dad for help for something, and you would make fun of me like, oh, my dad can do it. Is that the same thing, or is this different?
Totally different.
How so?
Well, because he was supposed to take care of it. He didn't take care of it, and he slacked. And then he's going to tell me how to take care of mine because I didn't even let him have her yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Billy. I like this. Phone a friend. I'm going to do this more often.
Yeah. Especially if we want an unfiltered answer.
Yes. Perfect.
All right. Thanks. Love you.
That was filtered.
Filtered. Okay. Bye. Oh, that's fun.
Awesome. Well, so we like to do 3 things here on the Mental Health Janitors. We like to educate, empower, and encourage you on your mental health journey. So here are some things that you can do if you find yourself in this situation as a parent. I don't really know as a boyfriend. I can't really give you advice on if you're that side of it. But as a parent, you could, number one, take care of it. Number 2, I probably would have made a phone call and said, hey, why didn't you take care of this? I'm going to go deal with it now. I probably would have made that phone call first and then handled it to find out, like, what's the problem? Why isn't this getting done? That would have been I wouldn't have just done it. I would have called first and said, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with you? Yeah, probably. What's wrong with you? Why haven't you done this yet? And maybe he had a reason, or maybe he's like, hey, the parts are on order, or maybe something, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I would have called him first and said, hey, hold him accountable. You said you're going to do this. It's been 2 weeks. You haven't done it. I'm on my way to go do it. That would have been how I handled it, which is a little different than that dad. But like I said, he didn't think it was a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal either. The kid made it a big deal.
Yeah.
And that's where I would have some real issue.
That literally would have taken my husband 90 minutes, start to finish, with going to the auto parts store and changing everything out. So literally not a big deal.
No, not at all. Not at all. So if you find yourself in that situation, don't let your emotions take control. And I think this guy did a really good job of not. Because like Billy and I said, we probably would have throttled this kid. So
yeah, so don't take their advice.
Obviously, we've got some work to do. But you can pause. You can engage your ACC, your anterior cingulate cortex, pause, consider other possibilities, and then have a good response. Now, I can't guarantee that's how I would have handled it, but I know that's how I should handle it.
Well, and having that really also, I would like to add, having the relationship and the closeness and the trust with your child to be able to have a conversation and say, hey, this behavior right here to me is red flag. And
100%.
I'm going to be watching out for it. And I want you to as well.
Yes.
And if you have that relationship with your child, they'll be like, okay, yeah, you're right. And you could, having that relationship can potentially avoid a very, very hard breakup later down the road. It's already going to be hard because they're already living together.
Right.
But he's either going to have to really humble himself and say, you're right, man, I need to be better. I need to do better. And then change things, which he can. People can change. Or she is in for a long, nasty heartache in her future.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys like this content, please like, subscribe, leave us some comments. Let us know if you're watching these shorts on Facebook. Let us know, you guys, because we want to make content that you guys enjoy. We enjoy making this. Let us know. All right. For the Mental Health Janitors, I'm Sergeant Q.
I'm Doc Jess.
And we're out.